I'm Zimi Mayongo, and today I'll be I'll be presenting to you some issues common in mostly in our country. One of the issues is climate change, and it is in South Africa. So we all know climate change as the drastic change in the average temperatures as well as the weather conditions over a long period of time. So here we'll discuss those points and more. So I'll be introducing the topic as climate change defined and the importance of climate change in South Africa and the overview. But first, we'll start here. So climate change refers to long-term shifts in weather patterns and average temperatures across a region or the entire planet. This is largely driven by human activities that release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, trapping heat and altering the Earth's climate system. So we all know what the climate change is, right? Do we all know what climate change is?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So glacial climate change, I'll be focusing mostly on South Africa, but the it can also affect the whole world. Okay, South Africa mostly known for climate change because of geographic condition, geographic position, as well as other features, including South Africa is very much impacted by climate change through as it has droughts. If floods indicated in area, there are also earthquakes. But this time we'll be dwelling on these few I will mention below. Tag along. The importance of climate change in South Africa. As a developing country with a diverse range of ecosystems, South Africa is particularly vulnerable to impacts of climate change. Understanding the causes and effects of climate change in this context is crucial for developing effective strategies to mitigate and adapt to its impacts. So I'll be educating on climate change. Then I won't be reading the overview since this will be the overview. So I will not be reading the overview. Then it will explore the key drive of climate change in South Africa. The causes of climate change in South Africa, we have fossil fuel dependence, land use changes, and industrial activities. I'm sure we all know what fossil fuels are, right? Yes. So I won't explain that, but then we have land use changes, deforestation, urbanization, and other agricultural practices. Whereas deforestation, we know that people cut off trees for several reasons, as well as urbanization, for instance, and people building houses and buildings elsewhere. Heavy agricultural practices which involve planting many things. I won't dwell too much on that. Then South Africa has led to significant changes in land use, which can impact the climate through the release of stored carbon and the disruption of natural ecosystems. And we all know what carbon is, right? The gas that we release as humans and the gas that plants intake. So with deforestation at hand, then with deforestation, meaning if more trees are cut, then less carbon will be absorbed into the trees, meaning there will be more carbon into the atmosphere, leading to climate change. Okay, then industrial activities like mining, there is more. So we have the industrial sector in South Africa, which includes manufacturing, mining, and other heavy industries, which means right? So here it causes damage or can demolish the atmosphere, leading to climate change again. So they contribute to the country's greenhouse gas emissions through the use of energy-intensive processes and the release of pollutants, as I mentioned. Which also, the industrial activities also play a vital role in air pollution. Okay, moving next, the effects of the climate change in South Africa. Here, the rise in temperatures, as you've been seeing, if it's not a temperature in 2008 and compare it to now, the temperature so they find. And right now, the conditions are much higher and much warmer. Then, if in nature, South Africa has experienced a steady increase in average temperatures over the past several decades, with some regions experiencing more extreme heat waves and longer, more frequent droughts. For instance, let's take the Eastern Cape. The Eastern Cape is much warmer than the Western Cape, right? And Eastern Cape is much more drought, because of the climate change. Meaning, the climate change affects Eastern Cape and Northern Cape areas. We have Namib Desert in the Northern Cape, which is also a desert, and the desert is one of the results of the climate change. Meaning, if this will persist, temperatures will keep rising higher and higher, and areas and droughts will be more frequent as a situation. Meaning, the rate of droughts will increase. Okay, Then secondly, ecosystem degradation. After climate change is having a significant impact on South Africa's diverse ecosystems, including the country's iconic wildlife, forests and marine environments. Species are being forced to adapt to changing conditions and some are at a risk of extinction. Meaning after like which are forced to move to other areas. Animals are forced to move to other areas because of the change in climate. Some animals in the Eastern Cape had to move to the Western Cape province and others had to move to the Free State because of the severe conditions that are in the Eastern Cape. Then secondly, changing precipitation patterns. Like, I'm pretty sure some is like in July, the average rain, like average rain turns from 80% or 90%, meaning it rains more and more with an increase in flooding and experiencing other prolonged droughts due to water scarcity and destruction. Again, as well as now the water scarcity to changing precipitation patterns. Meaning because the at all. Are we all clear?
Yes.
Okay, we may move. Then start. This is what I would do as Minister of Environmental Protection. I would strengthen environmental regulations, whereas I would work to strengthen and enforce environmental regulations, particularly those related to greenhouse gas emissions, pollution control and the protection of natural habitats. This would involve introducing new laws and policies as well as ensuring compliances through robust monitoring and enforcement mechanisms. So after I would enforce those laws which would help decrease the rate of climate change in South Africa. Okay, then I would promote renewable energy like using solar energy and other wind-powered energy systems like resource and as well as the hydropower. So to reduce the country's reliance on fossil fuels and mitigate greenhouse gases. This would involve implementing infrastructure for renewable energy investment, supporting research and development, and working with the private sector to facilitate the adoption of clean energy technologies. Meaning, the way we create the electrical energy right now, the energy on its own, right? So kind of when the energy is created, right, there are coal mines. Our coal is mined and then resulted, I think it's burned, right, to create the electrical energy. So I will try to replace that with more solar energy and there is more other energy inputs. So then I will invest in sustainable infrastructure, meaning infrastructure that does not damage the environment. I would promote using infrastructure that is not a damage to the environment as well as build resilience in the place of climate change. I would work to develop sustainable infrastructure such as water management systems, transportation networks, and buildings that are designed to withstand the effects of extreme weather events and conditions. Meaning I would invest in buildings that are very much resistant to climate change as well as related. So I would invest in buildings that would be so I would also invest in infrastructure that similarly to I would invest in buildings, right? Buildings that would assist in I don't know how to put it, right? But here during as the events of climate change. For example, the earthquakes. Upper like buildings break down from earthquakes to floods. So I will try investing in more buildings that would sustain, which are sustainable impact. Okay, then collaborating with the stakeholders. I would collaborate with other bantu. Then, as a minister, I would work closely with other government agencies, the private sector, civil society organizations, and the public to develop and implement comprehensive solutions. Meaning, I wouldn't hesitate to collaborate with the private sector to provide us with the material that we may need to provide the infrastructure which is safe during the climate change conditions. Are we all clear? Yes. Okay, then mitigation measures to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions, which is one of the vital measures that might lead to an increase in climate change. Meaning, if we reduce greenhouse gas emissions, we might be able to sustain or can be able to go through to pave through the climate change. So then might invest in renewable energy, energy efficiency, afforestation, reforestation, as well as afforestation and reforestation. Right. Then the carbon capture and storage. Meaning I would invest in development and deployment of renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, and hydropower to reduce the country's reliance on fossil fuels and lower greenhouse gas emissions. And as well as for energy efficiency, I would implement energy sufficient resources and technologies and practices across all sectors, including building, transportation, industry, to reduce the overall energy consumption as well as gas emissions. Because with more cars and all of the exhaust coming out from Tesla motors, right, the greenhouse gas emission would increase. And as well as that, it will pretty much damage the ecosystem. Then again, afforestation and reforestation, which is promoting the planting of new forests and the restoration of degraded ones to increase carbon sequestration and enhance the resilience of the national ecosystem. Meaning, to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions, we need to reforest and build cycles, meaning planting more trees, right, in the simplest way. Then we have the carbon capture and storage. Investing in the development and deployment of carbon capture and storage technologies to capture and permanently store or utilize greenhouse gas, particularly from industrial sources. I will clear it. Then the adaptation strategies to build resilience is water management, agricultural practices, infrastructure resilience, as well as ecosystem-based adaptation. Meaning developing and implementing comprehensive water management strategies to ensure the sustainable use of equitable distribution of water resources, particularly in the face of increasing water scarcity and drought. Meaning if we can manage water, or can manage to save water, then we might reduce drought in areas like in the Eastern Cape. I like making an example of the Eastern Cape as well as Northern Cape here, the Namib Desert. So one of the places which are also vital to one of the things you must also take measures of. So these are the strategies. Agricultural practices such as reach out to essential crop varieties as well as soil conservation techniques to enhance the resilience of the agricultural sector. Then this is our I don't think I want to draw much into these because I think it's an assistant on their own. Right. And the public to join me in taking decisive action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, build resilience, and protect our shared natural heritage for future generations. Together, we can make a difference and ensure a sustainable and prosperous future for South Africa. Thank you.